pet leech and fed it his own blood for 3 hours. Now you probably...
Guys, this is reaction video. I have gone through the YouTube and I found I got a pet leech. Yes, or really, it's a very miracle, and it's a very weird to hear this kind of things that they are going to keep as pet as leeches. Yes, it is very weird to hear, but I found one channel that is Terragreen. So we are going to do a reaction video on this. So right now I am seeing his YouTube channel and scoring that feeding my pet and get leeches. Very weird. And he is going to keep his leeches on his what do you think, on hand. So how it would be weird to see and react on, and I am going to give a reaction on this video. So let's begin.
So in this video, I'm gonna build a home for them, show off everything about keeping a pet leech, and literally let them suck on my arm. Yes, I am not kidding. I'm gonna let them do that, and I might get some unknown deadly virus. This is easily gonna be my weirdest pet. Anyways, until the leeches got delivered, I got out a 20-gallon aquarium and a ton of rocks to get its enclosure built. Step 1 to make its home is to make a rock arch. To do that, I got out some water-safe spray foam and sprayed the entire left side of the enclosure, and then I covered it with some lava rocks. You see, leeches spend most of their time in the water, but they actually have the ability to crawl on land like a worm. And basically, by connecting all these rocks with foam, I was able to build an arch here that I could cover with dirt to make the land portion of this enclosure. On the land, I put some very simple decorations like a piece of wood, some carpet moss, and a small plant to complete it. Alright, the land area is looking pretty nice and small and cozy, and it's going to be so cool to see the leeches swim onto the land so they can eat food and stuff. Oh, and also, if you're wondering where I got this beautiful plant, it's of course from Walmart. Gotta keep the channel's tradition going, you know. Anyway, step 2 of this enclosure is to create the water portion. Now, I started by getting out some of this black aqua soil stuff and putting a layer of it down because it'll allow us to grow some beautiful, luscious plants in here. But first, I covered the soil with a layer of sand and started to scatter giant river rocks along the bottom. I figured it'd be cool to make this place look like the bottom of a river, since that's where leeches live in the wild. To finish the river look in here, I put some smaller river rocks around, and then I put some extra small, tiny river rocks around, and then I put some extra tiny small river rocks around, which aren't extra tiny small river rocks around, which aren't really rocks anymore. They're just kind of like gravel, but yeah. Anyways, now it's time for the aquatic plants. So I drove over to the local pet store to buy some. Okay, here's the aquatic plants, and I always hate buying these because look at this, they're so expensive. Anyways, let me just pick out a few that look cool. And yeah, this cart right here costs like $70 for 5 plants. Anyways, when I got home, I used my artistic skills to find the most optimal locations to plant each plant, and by that I mean I just put them around randomly, but after putting them all in, it actually looked pretty cool. Alright, dang, this is actually gonna look pretty good once I add water in here. And also, it turned out really good how that rock arch makes like a little cave there. That's gonna be really cool. I guess the leeches are gonna be able to swim there or something. Anyways, leeches are freshwater creatures, so I just filled the enclosure up with some normal water, you know, pretty simple stuff, and in no time it was done. Alright, I'm liking the look of this a lot, but if you look at the dirt, it's absorbed the water and it's super moist and it kind of looks like mud right now. Now, because the humidity's so high right here, mold can actually grow, which is of course not good for the leeches. But don't worry, because I have the perfect solution right here. Inside of this container, I had some little insect creatures delivered to me for step number 3, the mold cleanup crew. These are springtails, which you may have seen before, but I have a cool idea for them this time. They're basically just super tiny white insects that I guess eat mold when it grows in here. And yeah, there's tons of these things in here, so I just dumped the whole container on the land. Alright, I think it'd be really cool to get a time lapse of these little guys eating. And since there's no mold in here right now, apparently their second favorite food is yeast, which is like a fungus or something. I don't really know. You use it to bake bread. But basically, I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit right here, and we'll see what they do. I don't even know if this is gonna work. So I waited for the springtails to absolutely devour the yeast up, and they were all kind of gathering up around it, looking like they were probably eating it. And as you can see, this part of the yeast kind of changed. I don't know if that's just because it soaked up the water from the dirt or what. I guess I only record the springtails for like 30 minutes, so it's not a very eventful time lapse, but this is what it looked like at the end. Now for step number 4 of completing this enclosure, we gotta put some technology in here like always to make it super good. Now first of all, I got out this machine, which you may have seen in some of my previous videos. Basically, when I turn this little dial, out of the end of the tube, a bunch of fog comes out. So I set that up on the side of the glass and let it run for a minute. Dang, check this out. It completely transformed it from being kind of boring to like super spooky. And honestly, it's a little bit too much fog. Let me get some of this out of here. Okay, that's better. But you know, it's cool. Adds to the atmosphere. Leeches are pretty spooky, and you know, I'm gonna be letting it stuck on my arm. It's not gonna be fun. Anyways, for the second technology, well, this is cool. Okay, so I was walking around Target earlier and saw these little robot turtle toys on sale for about like $8. And I think it'll just be funny to put these in the water with the leech, you know, once we add them in. But let's just test them out real quick to see what they look like. Okay, I got it, and I think you just like press these buttons and okay, its arms are moving. Yes, let me just put it in the water. Let's see what this thing can do. And it's moving, and it's just swimming into the glass. Okay, I guess it's kind of cool. Okay, it's not that cool to be honest. Let me put it on land. Let's see if it can walk on land. And yeah, okay, can't walk on land. Well, this enclosure is now 100% complete and ready for probably the weirdest pet I have ever got to be put inside, the leeches. So I guess just cut to when I get that package. Okay, I got the leeches delivered just now, but before showing you guys these, I want to first give some big updates on the channel's merch. It's now available to buy from anywhere in the entire world because everyone from the United States loved it so much. And not only that, but for Black Friday, we're doing a massive bundle sale. Basically, if you buy all 3 poster types, you get a big discount on the bundle. And also, if you buy a shirt plus a hat, then you also get a big discount. These bundle sales will only last until Cyber Monday, so make sure you get them quickly. Also, some of the sizes of the hoodies have started to sell out, so make sure you buy it quick before more sell out if they look cool. But anyways, let's just go back to the leeches. This is gonna be cool. Alright, supposedly in this box are the leeches. I just got them shipped. I still can't believe we're gonna be keeping these as pets, and I'm literally gonna be letting it suck on my arm. This is not gonna be fun at all, but it's gonna be pretty entertaining. But hey, let's just go get these guys in their enclosure. We don't want them in their shipping box anymore. Let's go. So I brought the box inside and opened it up. Oh no, bro, the leeches are inside this little foam box. I do not even want to open this up. Inside the box was a little plastic container with water and the leeches, which I moved into this bigger container of water. And well, here they are, my new pet. Aren't they so cute? Oh, are you seeing this? This is so disgusting. This guy's just climbing up the side of the enclosure. They're already trying to escape. But despite how nasty they were, I had to transport them to their new home, so I tried to scoop them out. Okay, I got one of them up against the wall in this little container, and I'm just gonna try and scoop it up. Oh, there we go. Oh, shoot. Oh, no, is this thing trying to escape right now? No, this is not the time. Can you please go back in the container? Oh my gosh, it's just on my table. But eventually I got it back in, and I was able to put both the leeches into their new home. And right after dropping them in, it didn't take long for the leeches to start swimming around and be super active. Basically, how leeches work is they mostly get around by swimming around just like this, like how a sea snake would. But on one end of their body, they actually have a little suction cup so that they can grab onto walls and rocks so they can stay still. And of course, on the other end of their body is the mouth that they use to, of course, grab onto animals with. Okay, as you guys know, these leeches get most of their food by sucking the blood out of other animals. But before I feed them my own blood, I kind of want to fill them up just at least a little bit by feeding them some other type of food. And apparently Google says one of the best things to feed them is raw liver from the grocery store, and I don't really have any of that, so I guess let me just go get it. So I drove over to Walmart and found some of that raw beef liver that supposedly the leeches will eat. Dang, check this stuff out. It's only $2.44 per packet of it. That's why we shop at Walmart, everybody. And it does look pretty nasty, but I'm pretty sure the leeches are gonna eat this. I don't know, let's just go home and figure it out. So when I got home, I opened the packet up and got a little raw piece of liver out. Alright, well, we got the beef liver right here. It's kind of nasty, I'm not gonna lie. Slimy and everything. Hey, the leeches are out and about right now, so I think I'm just gonna drop it in right there. Hopefully it doesn't make the water dirty or anything. I let the meat sit there for about 15 minutes, but the leeches didn't end up finding it. So instead, I just picked it up and brought it right over to one of them. Immediately, that first one picked up the scent or something and latched onto it. So while that leech rode the piece of meat, I brought it over to the second one, and that guy immediately latched onto it too. And yeah, I just let them go crazy on it, eating it up for a little bit. Oh my gosh, these leeches are absolutely devouring this piece of meat. I gotta make sure they don't get filled up on this meat, because I still gotta eat meat. Can you guys come off, please? Oh my gosh, they're this hard stuck on the meat. What are they gonna do when they're on my arm? I don't know, bro. This is not gonna be fun now.
Very hard to leave that.
Alright, it's the next day and the leeches are still doing good. And anyways, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. Well, I haven't been waiting for it, but I'm gonna let the leeches go on my arm now. So let me wait for my mom to get home so she can record that. And also, I want to see how she reacts to this.
These leeches may going to be
Okay, Mom, you could come in now.
going
Alright,
to
hi.
keep it on his
I'm just
hand,
bringing
so
you in
that
here because I
while
want to show you
showing
my new pet.
when he was
Alright,
starting
so
this video,
basically
when
just look at its cage and I
Gold
want you to
is
guess
going
what's
to
in
keep
there.
his these
Do you see
leeches
anything in
on
there?
his
It's
hand.
in the jar.
Yeah, right there
disgusting.
in the jar.
His
I had to put
mother
it in a
have
jar just
arrived,
because
Is it a
okay?
centipede?
a centipede is
Seeing
underwater.
these leeches,
No.
thinking
That's a
something
leech.
weird, I
No, dude.
A pet leech.
Dude, no.
Isn't a pet leech cool?
No. Is it the sucking of the
Oh,
blood?
Basically, yeah,
his
sucks your
mother
blood.
is
But you know, we gotta
interested,
feed
I
it.
think, in this.
Oh, right. I see where you're gonna go with this not happening.
Yeah, don't worry, we're definitely not gonna be feeding it anyone's blood. But I want to show you this thing you see on top. You can put fog
His mother is
inside.
very interested.
But I don't only have fog, we also
Saying
got some
something.
turtles.
Just listen.
Yeah, they just kind of move
Oh
around.
my
They're kind of cool.
gosh. Why is it in a jar like that though?
Oh, you're wondering why it's in a jar? So
Okay,
basically,
he
it's
kept
in a
the
jar
turtles
because
inside
I
his
need to do
water
something with
and
it, and I
some
need you to record me
given
do something with it.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
okay.
guys.
So basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick
Really
the
good.
leech up, and I'm just gonna take all the
It
water
seems to be
out, and then
good.
I'm just gonna put this upside down right here. And
now
basically, I need
it's
you to take
finally
my
the
phone
time
and
to
record me
pick. He's
sucking the
going
blood
to
out of my
keep
arm.
No, you're not gonna do
glass
that.
on
Yes, I have
No,
to
we're
do it.
not, dude. Why do you have to do that?
Because I
suck
said I
his
would do it at
blood.
the start of the video.
Really?
Oh, right.
It's too
I'm just
weird,
gonna
but
take
it
the
may
jar and
be
put it here.
Oh my
good or
gosh,
not.
no.
Just
Why are we doing this?
watch.
Don't worry.
No,
What's
dude.
going
So
to
this
be
might take like a
next.
couple minutes. I
For
don't know.
it to even get out of there?
Yeah, you see how the suction cup is on the jar?
Yeah.
Oh, finally,
Okay, you can
the
happen
leech
right now,
is
it can
going to be
happen right
sucking
now.
his blood.
No, 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 no.
I feel pain inside, but the
Why are
person
we
is
doing
very
Go back a little.
calm.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
Okay,
How
it's biting me right now. It's sucking my blood. I can feel the blood coming out of my arm.
guys.
Oh my god, no.
It feels so weird.
Brother,
So
please
basically, it's
remove this.
injecting like a chemical in my
can't
blood
see-
right
I
now to
can't
make it
see.
run faster, so
I
I can suck
can't
more blood
remove
out.
this.
Oh,
Oh my god, are you serious? Is this, can it really harm you?
well, no,
Does it do
hopefully
anything
not.
to you?
So I don't
Okay,
know how to
finally
get this
going to
off,
remove this
actually.
No,
with
I'm
the
putting it off.
No, so you
strip
can't break it
python.
off. Okay, so the teeth are like going
Oh,
harder
it's
into my
too
body.
hard.
So some people feed these for
You
like 3
hold it
hours at a time,
too
but yeah, I'm
hard.
not doing all that.
Oh my gosh, they actually let them feed your blood for 3 hours.
Okay,
You just kind of want to like trick
finally.
its teeth into
Do
like
it
scaring
fast.
it, you know. So it'll unbite
Guys,
it.
you can
Alright,
see
and
here the blood
just
is
like that.
coming
Get up,
from
get
his
up, get up,
hand.
Get off.
He needs bandage.
There
Finally,
we
he
go,
needs
just like
to
that,
be a
it's over.
bandage, I think.
So that's my new pet.
But
What? No, dude,
guys,
let's just throw it in the
okay,
toilet.
Okay,
bandage.
we're not gonna do that. Don't worry
Okay,
because we got
guys,
Princess
and
Band-Aids
he
right
brought
here
some in
to heal
mesofine,
the wound.
some
And we
liquid
got
on
some
going to
cream or
keep
something I
on
guess you gotta
his
put on
hand.
it.
Okay, he
Neosporin,
finally
yeah.
Okay,
applied
so first we
liquid
just gotta get
upon
the
his
cream, put
hand.
some on there
And
like
now,
that. Maybe that's a little too much.
okay,
And then we have our
he kept
Princess
one
Band-Aid.
bandage.
So we just
Okay, it's
take that out.
pretty
I don't
good.
know who that is, but it's very pretty.
But too
Princess. And
harsh
boom,
to
just like that.
listen and
We just
listen
fed our
or
pet
too harsh
leech.
to see this. Leeches
Yeah,
are
you wanna
going
try?
to bite his hand.
Absolutely not.
Finally.
No, let's just throw it in the toilet.
Well, I just let a leech suck the blood out of my arm. So please subscribe.
Guys, this is a reaction video. Have seen that Terragreen, and he got a pet and leeches. Finally, he kept his promise that he's going to keep on his hand. But it's really I felt weird, and also that a pretty guy is very harm going to harm these leeches to person, but it may finally removed it, and he had bandage on his hand so that the blood going to be stop and may going to be have quite easy for him. But this video is very good, and the quality of the video and the explanation of this person is very clearly, and nothing to be done with these kinds of guys, because this is weird. And the seems when we are thinking about these kinds of video, very weird, thinking about weird, but he finally kept his promise, and he kept his leech, only one leech on his hand to suck his blood, and finally showed how the footage would be. And guys, if you hope like this video, if you hope this kind of video I can present to you, finally you give a thumbs up and click on the subscribe button, that's red button, hit. And finally I am going to be bye and going to see in next video. Till then, bye bye, keep there, keep watching this video.